Good Morning Cybertron is a podcast intended for adults and is not suitable for those under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Me Grimlock checking out Good Morning Cybertron while munching on cesium salami. Or is it beryllium bologna?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good Morning Cybertron!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Good Morning Cybertron. I, as always, am your host, Scott. Allergies are just kicking my white ass left and right. You're going to hear me cough, a couple of sniffles here and there. But you know what? The important thing is, as we were discussing before the show, making AI create 1950s men magazines with armadillos on them. That really is. I think that's the secret of life, of friendship, and just probably what happens to us after we die. With me today, it's Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Yay!
Sorry, I had to just disengage from something real fast. I was on
No problem.
VR.
No problem. You were on VR?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, how goes the Dweller?
He's at about better than half, but I mean he's still not done.
Man, you have no idea how excited and rock hard I am for that. I cannot fucking wait. Man. All the way from Alabama with a banjo on his knee, it's Kyle.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
I post one video, and I don't put the lyrics up for it. Kyle immediately jumps down my throat like that. He's the one that keeps me in fucking line. Yeah. And all the way... Nothing from Kyle. Kyle's silence speaks volumes. And all the way from sunny California, it's Xavier.
Yeah. Can't quite get the weasels to rip our flesh, but we can get them to, like, do everything else. Stand there, look menacing, be 8 feet tall, protect the woman from the man. That was a weird shift.
Fucking weasels. Shit, man. I'll tell you what. Speaking of AI, I had some AI-assisted songs that I've created. And by God, that album dropped over on our Patreon. I released the entire album for free on YouTube. There's no reason to hide that stuff. I've been getting a lot of good chatter about Fully Erector. That seems to be like everyone's favorite. Rumble is red, frenzy is blue. Everybody seems to really like that. I think Kyle said Gold Plastic Syndrome has no business being as good as it is.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that. Thank you. Because, yeah, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. If you want that album and remixes to each and every song on that album, head over to our Patreon, just like Vinny RW did. Kyle did as well. I was giving him the album for free. But Vinny RW, he went over there, threw $10 on our Patreon. So I'd like to thank Vinny RW and tell him your name has been added to Chase's hit list. You're the first. It's good luck. Let us know if you make it. Let us know if you make it. Shit. Over in the chat, we have Crossbones Koopa saying, yo, in my fan fiction, Kit from Knight Rider is biomechanical and turned into the Black Lion from Voltron Legendary Defense. Hey, you know what? That's fine. In my little fan fiction, the machines from The Matrix or Skynet from Terminator. It's one and the same. Just seems to make sense to me. I don't know if anybody else thinks that.
No, but for whatever reason, whenever you get time traveling machines going, and they don't sing the theme to Back to the Future. It just makes me upset. So just like the Terminators when they arrive in the past, they go da 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 da.
I'll tell you what, it's
Connor.
my wife found a bumper sticker the other day that said Bigfoot is real, and I helped him commit tax fraud. That I may have to get. It was amazing. She just walked by and smiled at me. Going, "That's right, I sent that to you." She's beautiful, by the way, absolutely gorgeous. She got dressed up yesterday. Oh my god! Like I just sat there and looked at her, and she's got her makeup all done, and she's wearing beautiful clothing, and I can't believe you married a fucking mountain troll like me. But
she put on the body armor all over the beautiful clothing.
The chainmail.
Cocked her gun, put on her riot mask, and is like, "Let's go fucking hunting."
She said, "Wear this cod piece," but of course, I was too big. So
yeah,
it's just. Dwayne March says, "Made it." Hello, everyone. Hello, Dwayne. And before we get started, I gotta say, if you haven't, you should head over to toy.run. Oh my god, the beauty that's over there. KR Brickbot just put up an image that's the small version of the Carbot Loader. It's about the size of Generations Optimus Prime. Good looking stuff. Mike's World over there says it's not about the outside blung, about the inside that also counts. Also, hello. Mike, buddy. Oh, I saw you comment on one of the songs. To Mike, you were curious if I had a background in music or if I was using AI stuff. To that, I said yes, both. I have an associate's degree in percussion, and that is AI assisted. I wrote some of the lyrics. I didn't write 100% of the lyrics. I would say we're gonna chalk up 95% of the lyrics were me. There are a few that are 100% AI, but I haven't released those yet. But yeah, it was like I created a couple beats, did a couple of the lyrics. So it's both. But over here on Toy.Run, that chest looks familiar on this loader, and I can't place it.
Well,
Oh,
ask AI.
if you had just showed me the alt mode, I would have thought that was a knockoff of Combiner Wars Optimus, but it clearly isn't.
Yeah. Oh, I think I got it. I think that looks very similar to the chest of Legacy Crankcase.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, it is
a little bit,
isn't it?
A little bit. Man, talk about a good toy. But anyway, Toy.Run. What is Toy.Run? You have Twitter, or you should, or maybe you got off of it because it's run by a megalomaniacal person whose family made money off of the back of slaves.
Apartheid.
Well, he's white and he's from Africa. What did you think was going to happen? Jesus Christ. Now he stole from a Serbian and made an electric car. I mean, fucking hell. Stole PayPal.
The Serbians had enough.
Bullshit, man. All this bullshit. But it's like Twitter, except the person running it is nice and friendly. So, head on over to Toy.Run. You have the chance to make something beautiful, be part of something wonderful over there. And speaking of beautiful and wonderful, we got images today from fucking out of nowhere of Bludgeon and Ruckus. Bludgeon is a more IDW-esque Bludgeon from the Tarn mold, which I'm super glad of that. He's got like the missing lower jaw. It looks fucking fantastic. Ruckus is a heavy remold of Beachcomber. We don't have any vehicle images yet, but we've got these, and I gotta say, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yep. I have to say that this is the only time it looks like the TriggerCon gimmick has been completely retained.
You might be right.
Because I mean, like I guess Windsweeper is a double target master now, and Crankcase had a sort of a weird evolutionary atavism of a TriggerCon gimmick, but it wasn't really there. It's like, pelvic flippers on a dolphin.
Yeah. I ended up getting the non-Neff kit for Crankcase. They gave him the flip out guns, and I'm really happy I did. The non-Neff kit is very, very nice.
Yeah, that one. Sorry, that one looks interesting. The Crankcase, the bludgeon. I don't remember him having like the Hellboy jaw. He has a Hellboy jaw.
Okay, in IDW, let me see if I can get this image. Let's open this image in a new tab and really bring it in close. In IDW, Bludgeon's lower jaw is missing, and it's just fucking wires, right?
Yeah.
And I think
He lost it in
Yeah. Go ahead.
He lost it in I think he lost it in an accident where I think it may have been involved. He may have lost it during the creation of whatever the heck Thunderwing turned into.
Yeah, but Bludgeon, it's not really like a Hellboy lower chin. It's just the lower jaw missing and all the wires being exposed. Which is
what
something
is his color scheme supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be based on the outer shell.
Yeah.
Where it's like the gray, black, and white of the outer shell of the G1 toy.
Well, all right, I'm down.
Me too.
Right.
Me too.
I mean, fucking anytime they can do a hot swap of the colors on one of the characters, and it's not like it's too radical of a departure. It's still the same character. It's just like hot new color scheme, almost G2-ish, and
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
nice head on the dude too. He seems to have just a little bit of pareidolia going in the chest where it looks like the skull is there. You can see the two red eyes in the mouth.
I see it. Also, I just realized that's a new chest. The original, well, the Bludgeon that was remolded from Tarn, he had Tarn's chest. This is an all-new chest.
It's new molding.
Yeah.
I think the crotch is also different, I think.
Possibly. I really don't stare at robot crotches that much. Probably more than the average person, but not a lot compared to the regular Transformers fan.
Would you say you're at least in the top 5?
Top 5 robot crotch stares? I bet I'm not even close. There's some sick perverts out there, dude. There are some super sick perverts out there.
Are they in the room with you right now?
And you know what? I got to admit, Netflix RC had a little swagger in her back porch, but it's not like I go back. I watched it once with my wife. She looked at me and went, "Damn the hips on RC." I said, "Yes, damn the hips on RC." And oh! My wife just gave me a little taste of that move. And what's that? It was her thighs. That's right. My wife liked her thighs.
Although I will say, RC in the Netflix show, she got the best deal out of some of the other robots because she was able to use Cog for his proper function of a weapons backpack.
That's true.
Is that the only time the weaponizer gimmick was seen on screen?
I think so.
Yeah, and she doesn't have the ports to do it.
They actually created a new piece in Red Cog, the Target one, so that she could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah, that's right. I remember it. Yes.
Yeah.
Was that a grenade or something? Like she came with an extra grenade?
Something like that.
There's literally an adapter that comes with that set that makes the whole thing work. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? And that's the fucking love this team is showing this stuff, man. This is not shit we would have gotten 15 years ago. I know. I was there. Man.
Oh, yes.
But okay, we focused a lot on Bludgeon. Bludgeon is beautiful. But let's talk Ruckus a little bit now. I love the fact they gave Ruckus the leg springs. It seems like Ruckus has like the gun, his original handgun. He's got the fucking over-the-shoulder cannons. I can't really tell the collar. Right. To me, the collar looks the same as Beachcomber, but I'm willing to bet it's an off-camera. My color blindness isn't allowing me to see the purple that I know that Ruckus is. And I'm really excited to see the vehicle modes.
Shit.
What's
sort
up?
of
Just looked up an image of his robe, of his like the art for Ruckus, and it's spot on.
Okay.
The toy is a 1-to-1. Holy shit!
So it's a
Awesome.
deep bluish purple,
Okay.
and then there's that, and then the body is that sort of a kind of like a deliberately yellowed white, kind of.
Hey,
sort of a cream color.
so long as those over-the-shoulder cannons flip out at insane, dangerous speeds, I'll be happy.
Flunk, flunk. My fucking knuckle. Flunk.
Fucking, I remember, I think Stu was the one that did the review, and he's just like, my camera can't even record how fast these reveal. And he showed it like slowed down to like 1,000%, and the guns were just there in the next frame.
Oh man, I love the fact we're getting like these beautiful obscure characters, right? You're like not your guy out in the street doesn't know who Ruckus is. They know Optimus, they know Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream. Maybe if they're a little hip to it, they know who Soundwave is, right? They're digging out Ruckus.
Oh, dude.
Right.
Yeah. And then I've been like geeking out because last week with the reveal of Flame, I was like, oh my god, they even dipped into the UK well. And
Yeah.
brought out a Nazi. A fucking Nazi.
Oh, I gotta say, like the deepest thing that they've ever pulled out: Emerald, Zeron, Flame, and Straxus. Holy crap!
Man.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Are we going to see a giant Primus head soon?
We may. I mean, it's not without precedent. We got a Unicron head with Primus back in Cybertron.
If you remember, Lucky Draw did, and it was Lucky Draw, granted, and you had to be really lucky to even see it or even know about this, but there was the Golden Rodimus, which was Primus.
Yes, I remember that. Man. Going over to the chat here, Mike's World says, it's not about the outside, Blung. It's all about the inside that counts. Also, hello all. Hello, Mike. He said, album completely caught me off guard. From what I've heard so far, pretty dang good. Rear Fib is my personal favorite so far. Thank you so much. Hey, Blunghole, send me the link to where you can for the music. I like to give it a try later for my OC. I used a version to clean up the lyrics. I used ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot. And by the way, for that, man, we had a ton of fun with Copilot earlier in the pre-show. If you want to go over to the Patreon and check that out, we created 1950s men's magazine covers in the pre-show using Copilot. And then to make the music, I used the paid version of Suno, where I could, like, you can make, like, there are a couple songs that I've made, nothing that I've released, that are just completely AI, that are off of Suno. There's one that I made called Kung Fu Plumber, that was just something for me to listen to, you know, and a couple of other things I don't want to talk about just yet. But Suno, if you have the paid version, you can kind of put some input into it. Mike's World says, honestly surprised of Ruckus being a Beachcomber repaint, though I do prefer it over the Crankcase mold that was kind of a letdown for me. Bludgeon almost looks like a different bot in that paint job. Love the attempt to recapture the jawless IDW Bludgeon that I found kind of badass, though it does seem like he's more chowing down on a good old Italiano spaghetti. Technical Jim says Bludgeon, the prequel version. Dewanis Perez says, who doesn't love a good robo-crotch? All depends on what's attached to it, man. What are the attachment? Giga Twin says, I now have Squeeze Play versus Cliff Jumper. Mike's World says, I am impressed how much mileage Hasbro's gotten out of Tarn's distinct body time, though it's a great figure to reuse. Got a special place on my desktop next to Flame Toys Autobot Megatron. Got a red cog a year back out of the blue for $12. Absolutely loved it in the sick accessories, though I'm afraid to put the grenade pieces together and risk them getting stuck together. Giga Twin says, 15 years ago, I all but stopped collecting Transformers, as most from back then I felt were not worth buying the money, barring a few standouts. Dewana says, was going to stream last Monday, but my autistic ass got into playing modded Minecraft. That's a pretty good reason. I was going to record a Strange Pathways, but I just didn't fucking want to. Wolf 1701. I want Ruckus in the regular bludgeon, but I'd be happy with both bludgeons, too. Crossbones, don't ask me. I convinced ChatGPT adult situations for my OC, pushing the razor's edge. All I say to the AI is describe best you can within reason. I think I had smelled the machine. It has decorum. Dwayne Marsh says, I hope they won't make these a 2-pack. I want Ruckus, but I'm not sure about this version of Bludgeon. I think this is an Amazon 2-pack. It's the Mayhem guys. Yeah. Mike's World says, Legacy has been feeding us so good. Next thing you know, they'll be pulling out trans tech out of the bowels of BotCon purgatory. Please? Please? The Cybertron Primus Unicron head always made me giggle as it kind of looked like a secret Mega Man boss fight with creepy crawly tentacles. Dewan says, all attachments are good attachments. Belucius, hey buddy. Hey, it's my new favorite band. You're all wrong though. Ruckus didn't have an original handgun. He had the slow unchromed guns, which were frictioned. My apologies. I could have swore that I saw Ruckus have a gun. Maybe I'm thinking of a different character, Belucius. Thank you for correcting me. Moving on to Studio Series 86 Commander Optimus Prime. We got our first look, and he plays the piano. I'm not buying this. I'm done. I've got Earthrise Optimus. I'm done.
That's a Studio Series figure? I thought that was a masterpiece.
That's a possible Studio Series figure. We don't know for sure yet. We don't know for sure.
Why the piano?
I like the piano.
Yeah. I looked at, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's either that Masterpiece Optimus that no one's going to buy because it's too expensive, or it's Magic Square, or like Transform Element or something like that.
I mean, this is probably going to be $90. This is supposedly Commander class.
Damn.
Oh.
I'm really going to have to get rid of all my other Optimus Primes, aren't I?
No. We don't even know this is going to be good. Right? Chances are it's going to be...
Anything's better than the Earthrise one.
Really? I like the Earthrise one.
I like it too, but he can't, he has to do certain things for me, and one thing is have the right size gun and be able to shoot it with 2 hands.
Goddamn, I guess that would be a sticking point for a lot of people. Myself, I like the gun. I like the gun that came with it. I think the one that came in the pack is way too fucking big. The one that came with the Centurion, though.
Oh. The thing that I wasn't like, I mean, I actually really like the Earthrise Prime. I'm fine with it. I think it's a pretty good representation at that scale for him. But the thing that really bothers me, though, is how much vestigial engineering is left there from the Earthrise, or sorry, from the Siege Optimus. It's just sort of locked in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the legs used to do this really complicated, very interesting, clever transformation, and now it just doesn't. It just doesn't do anything now.
I'm pretty. This is gonna have to be like light years better than anything I have. I just have too many of those. I have the fucking Kingdom Optimus. I have the Dead Optimus. I have the fucking Santa Optimus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have Earthrise Optimus with the trailer. It's just, I'm kind of burned out on it. So I mean, it's a thing where if I see this on clearance someplace, if this goes to Ollie's for like $25-$30, I'll think about picking it up. If I see somebody selling this on the the buy, sell, and trade, and I'm able to get it cheap, maybe I'll pick it up. But quite honestly, there's so many better things I can do with $90 than a Studio Series Optimus.
I am curious what he can actually do besides play the pianos. He's tickling them ivories, but that's all I see him doing. Just playing chopsticks. So fucking, is he going to be near the same size as Studio Series Magnus?
I don't know, man.
If he was that big, wow, that would be impressive.
We don't know how big this piano is either. Is
true.
this a
It
full
could be
size?
the-
If this is a full size grand piano, like a baby grand or a grand piano, Jesus Christ, man, then yeah, that's worth $90. Because
Well, there's a
standing
coffee
up,
pot in the background.
6.5 foot tall.
Lewin Resources decided to step it up again.
The long lost episodes of G1 where Optimus, instead of, putting dunks on the back rim of a board during a basketball game or being turned into an alligator, is like, what a nice quiet moment where he finds a piano in a Zellers and he plays that for 20 minutes.
Has anybody here ever seen National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1?
Oh yeah,
No,
with
that's
Emilio
a very
Estevez.
interesting title.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's fantastic. It's Samuel L. Jackson and Emilio Estevez in like a Naked Gun type comedy. And there's this part where they go to this mansion and Dennis Leary's playing the piano and it's like, "Hey, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing." Ah. And it's just like I'm picturing Optimus saying that. "You really got me now."
I think it's funny you mentioned that. God damn, it's serendipity because I actually was thinking about that movie the other day because of John Lovitz's scene where he gets shot up. He's in that movie, and they're taking him out on a stretcher, and he's asking Samuel L. Jackson, "Give it to me straight. Am I gonna be okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna make it." And John Lovitz smiles and he goes, "Oh, that's good to hear." And then they zip him up in a body bag and unceremoniously toss him into the back of the meat wagon.
Oh my god. Excuse me. Oh fuck me. I'm having a hard time caring about Optimus.
I mean, it's gonna be weird because it is the umpteenth version yet again, but I think it's gonna be another version where you go, well, shit, they really fucking what if you can color change him? Like he goes from colorful red, white, and blue American Optimus to dead gray Optimus.
No, I've got a
Did
gray
we already
Optimus
have
and
this discussion?
yeah, I got a gray Optimus and I got a red Optimus. I'm good.
What, you're just gonna swap them?
Yeah, yeah. I leave the dead one on the little medical bed that I have.
Why are we in the reality where there's such a thing as corpse formers?
Memento Mori formers, please,
Yeah.
Thomas. Use their unofficial fanon name.
Hey, you don't like Optimus? Well, here, buy a dead toy of him.
Really show how much you hate him.
Yeah.
Could you
yeah.
imagine how that commercial would go if toy commercials still existed?
Yeah. I see toy commercials every once in a while whenever I'm sitting next to my wife on the TV, on watching TV, like YouTube on the TV, and just like, it's like bunch of balloons because they think that my channel is watched by like a 7-year-old kid. So all my ads like bunch of balloons. Here's a My Little Pet Shop fuck nut puppy dog thing. I don't know. Fuck nut
Just
puppy dog.
you remember the narrator from the original Transformers commercials, toy commercials.
Oh, absolutely.
Just imagine him advertising a dead Optimus. Optimus Prime's lifeless body.
Optimus Prime's lifeless body is ready for battle. Wheel him out, cart him around, skid him out. I wonder if he talked like that at home. Jesus Christ, Jimmy, you didn't flush the toilet again. 5 days in a row, and I have to walk in. There's a giant shit floating in the toilet. You gotta flush the toilet, Johnny.
I'd love to hear him ad-lib on the dead Optimus toy. It's just like, it comes with realistic winds whistling through a graveyard sound. Just listen. He
comes with
such action.
Decaying action. You see this kid sniffing the toilet. Ugh!
It's like the patchouli on Stinkor from He-Man, except 1,000 times worse.
Optimus smells like dirt that's been fucked by a hobo.
You guys ever heard of Action Man Battlefield Casualties?
Yes! Matt Barry does the voice.
Let's see what this is.
Oh my god. That is a Matt Berry skit. It's a toy commercial. And G.I. Joe essentially has come back from battle and can't handle living with PTSD. And he ends up unaliving himself by the end.
I was positive
That's
for
the
a
only
long
one.
time in the early 2000s when I was in high school. I was positive because I seen these things in stores. There was there was this one toy line, a subline from Gundam, right? That just had like battle damaged mobile suits as the gimmick. But like I was positive that this was not on purpose. They packaged damaged toys that like survived a warehouse fire or something.
No, that's true. That actually happened.
That was real?
Sell it.
That was real.
Sell it, Xavier. Sell it. Let's see if he buys it. Sell this shit.
No, it's actually just that. They had a bunch of Gundams. There was an accident in the storage warehouse. And because it's Gundam, the lore of Gundam is, well, these fucking mechas get fucked up on the Royal.
All the time.
Package that shit up as battle damage. So they did. And I don't know if they sold because I wasn't really following the trend, but I was like, God damn, they really put some effort into these battle damages because I saw them at my Target.
Well, the thing that made me think of this is like I remember going into Walmart and seeing them, and I'm like, looking at the figure in the package, like, is this? That's actual burn marks.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait. Why does this toy smell like dead Chinese people? It's
like that's not paint that's supposed to look like a burn mark.
How do you know what
that's
dead Chinese people smell like?
My dad was in the war.
But I mean, like that's not paint looking like burn marks. That's actually burnt plastic.
Yeah, this is one of those really weird phenomenon in toy culture where it's just like, did that actually happen? It's like the Ripley's Believe It or Not, and it's like, Wonder Bread He-Man, did he actually exist? Do the burned Gundams actually exist? You know, it's in that sort of category, and it's true, they were. It's just that it seemed more like it was at the time it was a promotion. So it's like, well, no one knows the real story behind it because you just look at the packaging and it goes, you know, Gundams surviving battle, come back damaged, and this is what they look like after a huge fight. And there's no mention of a warehouse burning down anywhere on the toy packaging. So you can't go, wait, this actually is from a burned warehouse?
Each one is unique. No two are the same.
Yeah. So you can't really get the full sense of how they were made because they were just like straight up, it's battle damage from battles and, you know, like the outer UC colonies. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool. You did a good job designing it.
Well, I'll pay $5 more for this. You fucking idiot.
You could have sold them at Hot Topic for that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Moving over to the chat. Let's see here. Crossbones Koopa says, Transec, please and thank you. Dwayne March says, that's going to suck because I need 2 Ruckuses. Ruckusai? Dwayne Wolf1701, the only way I'm getting this is if it's the absolute 100% perfect version to end all versions. The Earthrise is just a few steps below perfect. Mike's World. I'm extremely thankful that Hasbro seems to be simplifying down Takara Masterpiece figures at good prices because there's no way in hell I was going to spend $400 on Optimus 3.0. This, please. Technical Jim says, the Earthrise Optimus was all right. It's just missing some stuff to convince me want to make it my definitive OP. Gigatwin, but Scott, this Optimus has a piano. Dewana says, the only way I would get that Optimus is if the piano comes with it. Matt's World, I see Optimus fatigue is starting to set in big time, understandably so. To think just a year back we had gems like Camera Prime and his Matrix with the map to the Pentagon. At least that was no truck. I hope the next image of this Prime is him dancing on the floor piano from the movie Big. Let's keep this strange trend going. Wolf1701, it's Bowser singing Preaches. Crossbones Koopa says, I'm good with my Legacy G2 Laser Optimus. Only G1 I want is missing Link G1 Optimus. Mike's World, there was a strange number of Transformers corpses sold to kids over the last couple of years. Next thing you know, My Little Ponies are going to come with make-your-own glue kits. Crossbones Koopa said, Johnny Dollar, Evil Twin, Johnny Flush. Mike's World, battle damage is just business code for recycling, but profit. Crossbones Cooper. The battle damage Gundams had a smoky smell too. Transformers Legacy Fractured Friendship. I'm of two minds of this. Because I'm so tired of that fucking Megatron mold.
See?
That's like the 19th time I've seen it brought out of mothballs to be reused.
Yeah, I am so tired of it. I love that Optimus. That's an amazing retooling of the War for Cybertron Optimus. There's a ton of retooling there. But there's something about the Megatron that I have to point out that I don't know if anybody else has noticed. One of my favorite images from Transformers is Megatron in IDW just shoving a fucking sword through Psykill's chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the gladiatory arenas, right? The hammer. I swear to God, that hammer that he's using is Psykill's hammer from that scene.
Well, I'm gonna have to take your word for it because I don't know the panel.
Let me see if I can find the panel.
I remember it. But
Megatron kills Psykill.
just thinking about this though, like we just got finished talking about Optimus fatigue. Yeah, stand aside Optimus fatigue, right?
This is
we have enough of this Megatron mold to make 2 Power Ranger teams.
Look at the hammer.
Oh my God, my system's shit.
Open image in new tab. And we're gonna control plus. Look at that fucking hammer. Look at that. And now look at this hammer. Hold on here. Oh, fuck you. There it is.
That's what I'm feeling like.
So there's that hammer. And there's that hammer. I think that's the same hammer.
I think that you are onto something with that, yes.
Come on, show me the fucking ties in the comic.
Let's see. Okay, maybe the box art will be better. Yeah, okay, there's lightning around the hammer, right? And like a little pipe. There's lightning around the hammer. And there's the pipe. You can see the grid work for the pipe in Psykill's hand.
Yep.
That's fucking Psykill's hammer.
It's pretty clear. I love that picture too. Megatron showing us exactly what he thinks about GoBots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, that's the hammer.
That's the hammer,
I just got it pulled up on my end. That's the hammer. Holy shit.
That's Psykill's hammer. Man,
where's Psykill, guys?
You know what? And they've got a couple of great molds. They can really remold up the Wreck-Gar, the Voyager Wreck-Gar mold. Make him a kick-ass Psykill.
That could potentially work.
I think so.
Also, this is the I guess the ending of the Humble Origins Rise of Tyranny sets.
Well, forgive me here. Going back to Wreck-Gar, isn't he able to hold his wheels on his shoulders like Psykill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
I think they planned this shit, dude.
It's fucking right there, man.
It's already planned out. Like, again, when they revealed that Orion Pax like a year ago, they said there was probably another mold we could have used. Who knows? Maybe we will one day. Here the fuck
think
is.
It may be possible that they saw that the KFC toe cutter, which is their version of Psykill, which is based on a Junkion mold they designed. I bet you they're good. That someone will have saw that and be like, "Oh yeah, we can do that. That's easy."
You know, and don't call him Psykill. Make him look more like this than the GoBot Psykill. Make him look real close to that IDW fucker right there. Give him the little things on his arm right there, the little pips showing that he's murdered a bunch of people, and just call him. Well, they can use the name, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
They own the name. They don't have to call him a damn thing. Murder Bike. No, they can call him fucking Psykill.
Yeah, they can because they own Psykill.
Crasher's Crasher.
Motherfucker.
Yep, they just own the rights to it, so they can call it exactly that. Yeah.
Am I gonna have to buy this? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Scott's
To be
worst
honest,
nightmare.
I really don't
Existing in his
like
hobby.
the way that this Megatron looks compared to the other one. If I was going to get a minor Megatron at all, it would have been that one, not this one. This one,
Well, this
I don't know, the
isn't minor
plastic.
Megatron. This is Gladiator Megatron.
Yeah, but it's like the same character from a slightly later period in the story. It's the same character, like, but the colors just don't look as nice on this thing.
Minor
How big
Megatron
of a
has
shill
murdered.
am I?
Minor Megatron's only murdered one person. This Megatron
Yes.
has murdered thousands.
Yeah.
They could at least give us a new fucking chest, though.
I know. Well, they made a half effort. They said he spray painted himself.
Half them active.
And also, I want that weird head where he takes off his helmet and that shit just flares out.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There's where we put the trigger cron technology. It is
What was that shit, by the way?
solar panels
Any
for his toupee.
I guess Megatrons in the wild have a display for frightening away predators.
Mating.
Right?
Mating.
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be like when the Gladiator he, like takes off his helmet and has like that long flowing hair, but like they don't have hair, so they had to figure something out.
I think they were trying to imply that Cybertronians are supposed to have something like hair, but isn't. I don't know.
Honest to God, they should have had it come off and he had a fucking mohawk underneath. I'm sorry, a mohawk would be perfect for Megatron.
No, the Beetlejuice snakes
Yes!
that leap out of his head.
There was a cartoon. There was a little tiny like comic strip cartoon years and years ago where Starscream goes up, "What's underneath your helmet, Megatron?" And he goes, "You cannot comprehend." And he lifts it up and there's a smaller Megatron standing there just, "Hi."
Oh, that's a Scavengers moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Takes your helmet off to reveal another identical helmet or a tiny face in the middle of your.
Show us your tongue. Oh, my God. Going over to the chat. Belucia says, "Pianoforte Maximus." Mike's World says, "My little warbots, friendship is tragic." Dewanis Perez, Megatron is give Shadow the edgy hedgy vibes. Mike's World said, "I'll give it to Siege Prime. That it does have good proportions for IDW Megs, but I agree that we have seen this figure way too often since 2019. Poor Buckethead needs a commander class too." Siege Megatron, not Prime. Giga Twin says, "I hate this Megatron mold. Just get rid of the damn mold already." Wolf 1701, they will take the 86 Junkion mold and do Psykill and give him the hammer. Mike's World says, "Still not entirely sure why Hasbro keeps walking the fine line with the GoBots when they already seized the IP from Tonka years back. Studio Series Rekgar is right there, ready for a remold." Mike's World, I could be mistaken, but what I understand is Hasbro owns the GoBots, but they don't own the designs. The designs are still owned by Bandai.
That's correct.
So
Yes.
they own Leader 1, but the actual design of Leader 1, which is what I think he's called Jet Robo is owned by Bandai. So that's why I'm super hopeful whenever I see these crossovers with like Matchbox and Mattel that we seem to be getting a lot of lately. Because I'd like to see that Bandai crossover so we get some fucking decent GoBots. Ninja Bill says, "Hello! Why is there only one like on this stream? It's great." Thank you, Ninja Bill. Mike's World, I always forgot that IDW Megatron had Aztec hair hidden behind that helmet of his. Always kind of had a soft spot for it, despite how goofy it looks. He's one of the Pillar Men.
I was just going to say that.
Is it not a Bandai owning Machine Robo thing? Maybe they can't make a Psykill that's exactly like the Bike Robo. Legacy Crasher is a totally different vehicle in robot mode. Technical Jim has it as well. Belucia says, "Yo, Bill," and Ninja Bill says, "Hey, you Mike. Hey, you Blunghole. Hey, you right back from us here at Good Morning Cybertron. Love the stuff you do over the Ninja Bill." Ninja Bill has a stream. Him and Ultra Megatronus do all the time. It's usually Saturday nights around 8, 9 o'clock. Check it out. It's fantastic. You'll see me in the chat over there a lot of the times. And Belucius, Phoenix, and Ugly Wretch have a stream. They do, I think it's every other Saturday. And awesome as well. Ninja Bill's on there all the time as well. Absolutely awesome as well. Just entertaining as all fuck. And Crossbones Koopa says, who could we get for a Psykill in Legacy? I still think that, you know what, Psykill, there's plenty of different bikes. We're getting Road Pig and Prowl and fucking Chromia and what have you. Honest to God, I think the Wreck-Gar, the Studio Series Wreck-Gar is the way to go. Moving on, 3-0 MDLX Jazz full color reveal. Now, I'm not one for statues and stuff like this and non-transforming Action Masters, but I got to admit this thing looks pretty fucking sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the winch. That's pretty cool. Could use some speakers though.
You know what? Cannot disagree.
It's jazz. I mean, it's kind of fucking essential for the music man to have his musical instruments. And if you ain't going to give him the cone hands to launch an attack against Soundwave, give him his built-in speakers. It's nice as like your ultimate attack version of Jazz. He looks incredible.
Where's
He's
the
just
dead human with a gun? That's the Jazz I want.
Oh,
Shit.
oh my God.
The fuck are you talking about?
I
just got it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I just got it. It
Yeah,
took me a
I
minute. Like,
didn't-
what the fuck are you? Oh, right.
That's right. The dude looked like the Dog Whisperer, and Jazz fucking iced him.
Yep,
I think without provocation.
Shot Cesar Chavez right in the fucking face with a laser. Nothing but the smell of tacos in the air was left behind.
that was dark. Oh my God.
I love the group shot in, I think it's 16.
Let's see. 16.
It looks so good, man.
Doot.
I don't want these. I tell myself.
There it is. I don't want these either. I mean, that's one thing. Transformers, unless they're Quintessons or some dude in a wheelchair, they should not transform. I mean, they should transform, and these do not transform. That's really what's keeping me from getting it, right?
Yeah.
I have very few Transformers that do not transform. I think you can get away with it with certain characters. Autobot X. If we ever got an Autobot X that it didn't transform, and Wolf 1701 down here, it don't transform. You're damn right, and that's why I'm not getting it.
Nightbird went the longest without an official transformation. Then she finally showed up in a movie.
All of a sudden, she's fucking RC. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh. My
When
God.
was it decided that she was just gray RC?
Gracie.
Yeah.
I think with the Takara Legends comic, which
That's
is
when that happened.
Yeah. They did those 3 figures to go along with the comic, where it was gray. It was Nightbird RC, and but I mean, I guess Impossible Toys back in the day. Impossible Toys had a Nightbird that turned into RC.
Yeah, but that's not official. Officially, they finally got around to doing it years ago, and shit, they fucking and Takara is kind of like more fucked up than we think because they're like, hey, Nightbird's part of Springer's bitch harem.
Well, didn't they do a Nightbird that used the female Autobot mold that they used over and over for the
RC?
Combiner?
Yeah.
I remember the very first Nightbird was the RC mold, and then that was the same one, the 3-pack you're talking about. The Takara stuff also had Black Arachnia, and then I can't keep it straight. Maybe there was a BotCon version of Nightbird.
Yeah. And you know what pissed
It was a
me
Gen
off?
Select Nightbird.
Yeah.
Do you know what pissed me off? Like this really fucking pissed me off. Back in those days, it was whenever the social justice warriors were saying that Hasbro was sexist because all of the arms for Orthia used the same mold, right?
That was an argument?
What?
That was an argument. Well, they use the same mold. Hasbro won't put money into female characters that have different molds. It's like, motherfucker, have you seen
The fuck are you
Starscream?
talking about?
Have you seen Starscream?
Yeah. Also, I think Transformers is probably one of the most body-positive properties in existence. So,
Listen. There are a lot of people out there that says they wouldn't fuck Striker. I'd fuck Striker.
I wouldn't fuck a robot. No, I wouldn't.
Well, okay. If Striker had a human form, boom.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, I like to think that my wife is Striker's human form. 5'9", dreads, just strong as all hell. Yeah, my wife is
Did
Striker.
she have a Jamaican accent or a Russian accent?
She has a Bahamian accent because she's from the Bahamas.
I'm talking about Striker.
Oh, well, I think she should have a Bahamian accent. Actually, I think my wife should voice Striker. How about that? Somebody make that happen.
Hey, as soon as they make a Striker toy, buddy.
Man, oh man. No, my wife is fucking lovely. And so Striker. They're all lovely. Right
I almost
down
thought
the
you said
tiniest Minicon,
I
all
almost
the
thought
way
you
up
said
to Lodestar.
I almost thought you said Bohemian accent. It's like,
No, that'd be weird. What even is that?
it's a Slavic
Mercury.
accent.
Jesus Christ, your accent sounds like you put it on demo. It's all accents all at once. Fucking hell. Going over to the comments, Ninja Bill. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where this starts off at. Wolf1701 says, I want to see a General Leader 1 from the G-Haxis mold. It would be easy. Agreed. Especially since we've seen Star Saber so much. Agreed. Ninja Bill says, I love the G2 cycles, just not the remold of that awful Legacy RC mold. Mike's World says, maybe someday Hasbro will pull a Disney and go on a company assimilating binge until they have control over not just Bandai, but every other plastic figure maker on the planet. It's only a matter of time. My wife just walked through, and I just need to say how beautiful she is. Yes. Ninja Bill says, I could see a Studio Series 86 Wreck-Gar as Road Pig. Wolf1701 says, it don't transform. You're damn right it doesn't, and that's why we're not buying it. Mike's World says, I look at these hyper-detailed G1 statues and wonder what things would be like if these were the Transformers we got in 2007, being plastered on Lunchables, Nick magazines, and movie posters. Ninja Bill, there are maybe 4 characters that can pull no alt modes. Nightbird, Alpha Trion, etc., and should not have alt modes in my opinions at all. Beluga says, Zeron transforming defies this logic. Mike's World said, these are the kinds of collectibles where you see a Twitter announcement from Elon Musk where one of these figures are hidden on his deck and for a second, and you think, yeah, of course you would have one. Ninja Bill says, thank you, Mike. Zeron should not have an alt mode at all. Actually, a little bit, and in one of our previous episodes, we said Zeron should be made entirely of gold plastic. So the older he gets, the more likely it is that he dies. And Mike's World says, social justice warriors of yore, be not offended. Hasbro's and sexist. No. They're just lazy. There's a big difference. Dewanis Perez says, go ahead.
Something just came up that I have to ask before I forget. Does Disney own Bandai?
I don't know. Hold on here. I think Bandai owns Bandai.
Yeah, Disney doesn't own Bandai. They own Saban.
Bandai.
Yeah, if they owned Bandai, that would result in some really weird ownership things. Like that would mean that Digimon is a Disney property and Gundam is a Disney property, and like no.
Yeah, Bandai Namco Holdings. Bandai Namco were makers of such wonderful video games for the 8-bit Nintendo that just didn't fucking end ever. Like Xevious. Xevious never fucking ended. It just kept going. Where's the end? Xevious was kind of Xevious was kind of this weird game that you played like this spaceship just floating above the Earth, and you could bomb stuff. So you had to deal with shit from below and above. Hold on, here's Xevious. So yeah, there.
I might have played this now that I think about them.
So there's Xevious. You had to deal with these little ring fuckers, but then you had these little mechanical pyramids, and you couldn't shoot the mechanical pyramids. You had to bomb them. So like A shot, B bombed, and it was tough, right? And it just kept going. I never made it to the end, and I fucking beat Ninja Gaiden.
Which one? 1, 2, 3? Sigma?
Yes.
Sigma Black?
Yes.
Just yes.
Man.
You played Sigma Black?
No, I didn't. I'm fucking lying. You got me. I beat Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3.
2's still the best.
Yeah, I got to agree. 2's pretty fucking awesome. 2's pretty fucking awesome. I beat
have to
Blaster
bring this up.
Master.
I have to bring this up, speaking of Disney, just because this happened the other day. You mentioned Bandai offhand, and this just blew my fucking mind. Disney is getting into the Kamen Rider business with their own Kamen Rider belt.
Oh, God damn it.
What?
Yeah, so maybe this could be my looky what I found, but I'll save it for that. It is this weird Kingdom Hearts style thing where it's you know the logo for the Disney Vault, right? Where they say hurry up and get this movie before it goes back into the vault forever. You know those commercials?
Yeah.
Get the Lion King animated on Blu-ray and DVD before it goes back in the vault with Walt Disney's severed frozen head.
Yep.
Why would I? It's on Disney Plus.
So I'm saying this because just yesterday there was a Bandai showcase event. And this Bandai showcase event said, here's the properties we're doing for our new Kamen Rider series called Give. And Give is the new version of Kamen Rider that will be playing soon. But at the same time, they also showed off Disney's version of a Kamen Rider belt called the Imagination Belt, which is modeled after the Disney Vault, and it has Kingdom Heart keys that allow you to do the transformation gimmicks.
Look, you will get my attention whenever coming soon from Disney. Catch it now before it goes back into the vault in May. Song of the South.
Yes.
Along with the security camera footage of the one employee that got squished by the set.
Nope, don't want to see that.
Squished by the set?
Okay, so there was this Disney employee who was a singer, and they had this set. I want you to picture like 2/3 of a donut, right? So it was a thing where like these semicircles, these like 1/3 of a donut and 1/3 of a donut would like go around in a circle and then meet in the back, so that you had a set in the front that was like she was standing in front of a hill, and then all of a sudden she's like down in a cave, right? And because it's like you were looking at the front of a circle, and then it goes back, and now you're looking at the back of a circle. Well, she was standing 2 feet away from where she should be, and that circle closed on her and turned her into a Mouseketeer sandwich.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And they say no one dies at Disney World.
Did you ever hear about how was it during the filming of Ben-Hur? There was a dude who got trampled to death by a horse, and they the scene where he actually falls is kept in the movie.
Oh shit! Stuff like that happens more often than you think. The Twilight Zone movie.
Oh yes.
Fucking 2 kids and an actor got decapitated.
I think there was, and in Mad Max, I think it was the first one. There's a guy he's in a dirt bike, and he hits this sand dune or sand mound, and he gets thrown from his bike. And it's supposed to happen kind of like this, but something goes wrong, and he careens into another sand dune and breaks all of the bones in his legs. But they kept it.
Fuck, man, what was it? It was I know there's scenes like that. Like, I know that Leonardo DiCaprio actually cut his hand in Django Unchained.
Yeah.
And he kept going. He kept going with that. Transformers 2, I think it's either 2 or 3.
Shy his hand.
Well, no. I was thinking about that stunt woman who got brain damage whenever the car crashed.
Oh, that's not in the movie.
And that's not in the movie? Okay.
No, it was 3.
Guy's
why,
hand, though, makes it into Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah.
What's his name? Fucking. That's why Hatchet's death is so shitty, and it reuses footage from another Michael Bay movie.
Oh, that's right. The
So,
Island.
this is really weird. Oh, someone died. Okay.
Yeah. The Island with
That's
Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop for a second. Think about Scarlett Johansson.
Viggo. Okay. Viggo Mortensen and that's.
Viggo broke his toe. I haven't heard that 1,000 times.
He broke his toe, but he kept going.
1001.
I'm starting to think Kyle might have some emotional issues.
I probably do.
Yeah. Going over back to the chat here.
What in the fuck? Okay.
What in the fuck indeed? Dewan Perez says, I just saw a pic of a sandwich in thirds and I'm so uncomfortable. Send help. Ninja Bill says, ha 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 ha, no. Yeah, Bandai is owned by Bandai. And are you kidding? Bandai has caged and rabid, voracious lawyers trapped in darkness that they unleash upon the world on a whim. Disney would tremble before their might. And it sounds wrong on so many levels I can't grasp. Disney Common Writer. Let's see. Geets is the old one. Gotcha is the current. Crossbones Koopa says, Xavier, did you see Common Writer Black Sun on Amazon?
I don't have Amazon anymore.
Ninja Bill says, Gotchard is pretty much Pokemon meets Common Writer, not even joking. Mike's World says, one of these days, Reddit is going to try and storm the Disney Vault a la Area 51 and find copies of The Sweat House and extended edition of Song of the South, only to be vanquished by Mecha Walt. I just picture like Mecha Walt pushing a bunch of lemmings off a cliff. Let's not forget about that. Crossbones Koopa said, Road Warrior Mad Max 2. Ninja Bill, wait, better description. Kamen Rider meets Pokemon and any card anime ever. Mike's World, Kingdom Hearts, just when you thought MCU was a little too complicated. I normally don't talk about third-party stuff. Excuse me. I have allergies. I usually don't talk about third-party stuff, but Devil Savior, they're making a multi-pack. This was the highly detailed 8 Constructicon figures. And they're including a bonus pyramid.
Scott, you don't know that. It just says bonus item.
I have a problem with this pyramid. Is this the size the pyramid's going to be? Because that is vastly undersized.
Hold on, Scott. You don't know it's a pyramid. It says bonus item.
You know, it could be the Triforce.
It could be his clackers. Did you ever think of that?
I think he already has his clackers. This is the Devil Savior.
So how big is this Devastator again?
I have no idea.
Okay, because if it's like an especially big third-party Devastator, that pyramid, which pyramid was that supposed to be? The Cheops pyramid?
Well, I think it's supposed to be the Great Pyramid of Cheops because that's the one the Sun Harvester was in. And
right,
I don't
understand
understand why you just don't give us like a cardboard Sun Harvester instead of a pyramid so small, like Devastator wouldn't have had to climb the side of it. He just looked ridiculous.
It's just a fucking display base.
I know. It sucks. Give us a cardboard pyramid that's a good size. Or something cloth that you could roll up.
Make your own. You've got a 3D printer.
I would if I gave a shit about it, Kyle.
Yeah. See, the problem is it's Revenge of the Fallen.
And this was probably the worst thing about the movie.
Yeah, well, maybe? Nah. There's lots of other things.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit wrong with that movie.
But I mean, jeez. You could get into an entire discussion just about that.
If you're arguing the details over Revenge of the Fallen aren't right, you need a new hobby.
You're absolutely
right.
We need to quit, man. Fuck this. Okay.
You guys want to do a G.I. Joe podcast?
No.
I think I'm done. Let's do just a podcast about Marvel's Death Heads figures. That's it. We'll do one episode every 5 years.
3,000 episodes.
Episode 3. I think he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, but just his helmet.
They only appear. They only get released whenever the planets align.
This is interesting. I saw this fucking break in on Twitter, like somebody
$40.
somebody shot the president. Yeah,
cool.
I'm not getting it.
I'm not thinking.
It's Hasbro's version of like Fakor from He-Man.
Damn.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
I am
I'm a huge I'm a huge Death's Head fan. You remember the Marvel Legends that were super tiny, like the 3.75 versions of Death's Head that came out
I've
like
got
almost
that
10
one.
years ago?
I've got that one, yeah.
That is like still one of my favorite figures I've ever picked up that was non-Transformers related or Transformers related. The superpositioning within the universe of this toy is very weird. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. Just depends if you believe in Schrodinger's cat theory. But I look forward to this a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder what's available 3D print wise for Death's Head. Like, I'm kind of curious.
Good question.
Yeah. Let's go to Yeji. And let's do
Why are they calling him a superhero? He's a fucking space pirate.
yeah, he's fucking mercenaries and assassins.
I think Death's Head might have actually just murdered random people. Like, you know, like he's a superhero in the way that, like, I don't know.
He's a freelance peacekeeping agent.
That's what he calls himself, but I think he's a lot more comparable to something like Deadpool, right? He's not really a superhero; he's just a lunatic.
Yeah. He fucking, in that run that he appeared in Marvel Comics with Iron Man, he was 50 feet tall.
Let's see. All I'm getting is a lot of Death's Head moths, but there's a fairly decent head that's available. But not really a figure that I'm seeing.
Do you remember who actually was responsible for shrinking him back down to human size?
The Doctor Who.
Yep.
Because Death's Head was fighting the Hulk.
You know
that
what?
indirectly places the Doctor within the Transformers universe.
You know what, though? Fucking who else was in the Transformers universe but made the hop to Marvel and disappeared after a while? It's Circuit Breaker.
Yeah, and the Neo Knights.
Mm-hmm.
See those fuckers again.
Fucking, where's Circuit Breaker?
Man, we're probably not. They've started like shrinking the titties of all the Marvel superheroes, you know, for Hasbro. So we're probably not going to get like a bouncy Circuit Breaker. I doubt we're going to get a Circuit Breaker anytime soon.
Man,
it's a fucking Hitman.
There is a song out there right now called Hasbro Cucks that sums up my feelings just appropriately.
Really? That's not a song.
Yeah.
That's an entire album, you plebe.
Plebeian shit.
Listen to hype man Kyle over here. Yeah, you heard it. You tell him, boss.
He's my own Flava Flav.
Flava Flav.
Poor Flava Flav trying single-handedly to save Red Lobster.
What?
Yeah, he started ordering out and eating just at Red Lobster to try to save them from bankruptcy. And Red Lobster actually thanked him. You can order online now and you get Flavor Flav's faves from Red Lobster.
He's a huge fan of the lobster puffs.
Yeah.
They're somehow trying to. It sounds like
they're not trying.
That would work.
They are doing. Hold on here. Flavor Flav's faves. Orlando, Florida-based seafood chain is offering a secret menu called Flavor Flav's Faves, featuring items the musical artist selected: Maine lobster tail, snow crab legs, garlic shrimp scampi, and bacon mac and cheese puffs, plus a choice of a side. It starts at $39.99, but varies by location. Man, Flavor Flav, he's creepy. He looks like a skeleton wrapped in electrical tape.
With a clock?
With a clock. Jesus.
Oh, is he the one with the clock?
Yeah, he's the one with the clock. What time is it? Oh, fuck me. Going over to the chat. Oh shit, Max Linden.
Hey, Daddy.
I come in on a burp and saying it was an allergy. Classic. Ninja Bill. It looks like a pyramid though, and an undersized one is that. Mike's World. Good Lord, Devil Savior took a Mario Mega Mushroom and has grown to the size of the Cloverfield monster. Would have really spiced up the third act of ROTF. Wow. Wolf 1701. Wow, you guys will never be happy, and I loved ROTF. Max Linden says, the last night is 10 times worse. I will scream about that to the end of time. Ninja Bill says, the burp is a classic manly display of eating good. Don't deny the service you've gotten and provide. Mike's World, the pyramid better have a built-in functioning star harvester to justify me putting more money into it. Ninja Bill said, that death's head looks great. Now we need a Doctor Who to go with it. Belucius, it shows dimension for the pyramid, so the figure is about as big as it looks compared to that, or something. Dewana said the Eleanor's falcon is messed up. They keep their prey prisoner by hunting smaller birds, plucking their flight feathers, and stuffing them into rock crevices or small holes. Fuck. Mike's World. Mike's World. Of course I feel like I've come across something that's serial killer-esque. Mike's World said, of course we finally get a new proper Death's Head figure, and I gotta hoof it all the way down to San Diego to get it. Life is great. Ninja Bill, type in Marvel's Death's Head. I'll do that. I'll do that. Mike's Ninja Bill. Oh, Mike's World says, fun fact, this is the second most recent Death's Head figure to have come out. Marvel Legends actually made one of the Uber Grim Death's Head 2 in 2017 to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Ninja Bill, yup. Crossbones Koopa, Death's Head 2 was badass and had a few comics. Mike's World said, as for this new hero statue, Death's Head did recently make an appearance in his own miniseries in 2019, where he helped a teen version of himself fight AIM alongside some mutants. K-Zama did the inks. Ninja Bill says, make the chests of the Lady TF stick out, but human type, flat as a wall. Wolf 1701 says, what the hell is a flavor favorite? Dwayne Marsh says, Flav is still alive? Max Russ Linden, I didn't know Flavor can have favorites. Dewana said, sorry, this is the longest I've been sober in 2 months. It's really weird. No, reality is weird. Yeah, I get that. Reality is kind of weird, man. I don't envy you. I don't envy you one bit, man. Moving on, though, to Looky What I Found. I think Xavier has a Looky What I Found, don't you?
Well, I talked about that one, which was kind of weird. The Imagination Belt. So, by the way, the Disney keys to the Imagination Belt also include Grogu from Star Wars and Iron Man, in case you want to transform into one of those Kamen Rider versions of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I want to be a green frog child. Yay.
But I was doing my thing on BBTS, just looking around, and I found a combiner from a third-party company making their own combiner using ships. And since we were talking about tidal wave showing up soon, I thought this was interesting. It's something that is the first piece of a combiner they are working on.
Let's take a look here. So let's get a Facebook. Hope nothing embarrassing shows up. So here we go. And cow exit. Biggin Baden Toy Storins. Oh, shit. Max, thank you for the heads up. We'll get into that in just a second. Amphibious transport ship Type 71 figure, $185. Good God. That's
it's the
beautiful.
It's the limb it transforms into that's the most interesting part.
Let's see here. Moving on. That's gorgeous. I'm not going to buy it because it's so much. God damn, that's an arm.
Mm-hmm. You notice the color scheme kind of represents somebody. Also, that thing on the end of its arm.
It's a Megatron-esque thing. That's for sure. That's for sure. God damn.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like in the glut of combiners we get. I'm looking forward to this, seeing what this thing is. Just like a complete image.
Damn. Max Ross Linden, God, the Hebrew Hammer himself. He put out Shapeways ceases operations and files for bankruptcy. Ceased operations. Oh. God damn. Hold on here. I got to go to the website, shapeways.com. Verifying you're human. Let me take a few seconds.
Hey, Max. How's the baby? How's Justin?
It's up there.
How's Flowrider?
I'm gonna have to save a bunch of images of shit that I want to recreate there. Fuck me. Yeah, Max, man. Big shout out to all of our LGBT friends. Man, oh man.
Yeah. Happy LGBT Awareness Week, right, Kyle?
That was last month.
Don't you have something to say in defense of your people?
What people?
He's shy. He'll come around.
Southerners? I have nothing to say in defense of the Southerners. We invented the Klan.
LGBTS.
Why should...
Lesbian, bi, gay, transgender, and Southerners. Oh, God. I saw something. I'm going to say something. There was this woman going like, LGBTQ, what the fuck's the Q? Does that stand for queer? Ha ha ha! Oh, wait, it does? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. That... Here's the thing. Shapeways, it sucks that they're going out of business, but at the same time...
They are?
Yeah, that's what this says. That's what this says. Shapeways ceases operations. They published a Form 8K on July 2nd, 2024, and says it's going out of business. At the same time, I haven't ordered anything from Shapeways in a fucking long time. Because quite honestly, like one day I was placing an order on Shapeways, right? And I got it was like maybe eight or nine things. And I put it in the thing, and it was $180 for the stuff I wanted. Yeah. Right? And I looked over to the Amazon, Creality Ender 3, $175. $175 for a 3D printer on it. Fuck this. I'm doing this myself.
Oh. By the way, Max, are you still in the chat? You there, buddy?
He said the baby's good, but loud. I'm tired, and Justin's tired too. Man, good. I'm sorry, dude.
Hey, Max, if you're still in the chat, can I have your shit? Scott's holding on to it.
Yeah. Max. The Toxitron items that you wanted, Xavier wants to know if he can buy them.
No, I just want your shit, Max. You have a baby now. It's not good for that baby to be around all that beautiful plastic.
Yeah.
It's just not good for their development.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Oh, Max, oh my God, I forgot. You can have it, lol. There you go, Xavier. You win.
Haha! Strong-armed him yet again.
Yeah. Ninja Bill says, I deny this reality and substitute my own. I always wanted a combiner made from farming equipment, tractors, trailers, spreaders, sprayers, and call it the Field Commander. Mike's World says, happy LGBT Awareness Month. Smile. Yes. We actually had a gay pride festival here in Johnstown, which is pretty forward-thinking from a town that 3 years ago denied the gay pride parade, even though it would have brought in $2 million to this poor-ass city.
I think we found out why they allowed it this year.
Yeah. Crossman Scoopa said, yeah, I've been out of the loop. Congrats on the baby, Max. You're going to be an awesome parent. Ninja Bill, yeah, same. I haven't gotten anything from them in a couple of years, honestly. Mike's World said, salute to you, Shapeways. I remember its highs in the early mid-2010s, but sadly the rise of 3D printing really has made the whole business obsolete. Was fun while it lasted. Here's the thing, Mike's World. I will say this, and then we'll get back to the looky what I found. I will say this. If Shapeways would have started selling the files with the option to buy the physical product, that could have saved them.
Fascinating that they weren't doing that.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't that forward thinking. They just thought they had, quote unquote, cornered the market on 3D printing.
Yeah.
And boy, were they sorely mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would think so. Yeah.
Dwayne Marsh says, Shapeways has too many designs that I'd want to copy. They were going to try selling the STLs. They should have done that. I stopped using Shapeway when I got printers. Technical Jim, the last thing I bought from Shapeways were Kingdom's eject guns and a better impactor harpoon hand attachment when the site had a rare sale. Max Ruslin says, thank you at Crossbones Koopa. We love you guys. Max and Justin, we love both you guys. Love you so much. Technical Jim said, oh! Ninja Bill, last stuff I bought from them were parts for Titans Returns Leader Prime and the Chain Bill Splatterpuss. I got that too. I think that might have been the last thing I got from them as well. Dewan Press says stingless bees make spiral honeycombs. Max Ross Linden said Shapeways didn't take advantage of their position. They could have been the market. Agreed. Kyle, do you have a looky what I found?
No, I do not.
Totally okay. How about you, Thomas?
I do. I was actually looking for something earlier, and I found two things that I thought were funny. Here we go. I'll just share a screen.
Okay.
Okay. See if I can find that.
Listen, I'm just going to start dancing and maybe showing off my tits. So,
this.
Okay, never mind. Whew. Saved by the
Shit.
bell.
God fucking damn it.
Somebody
Thomas.
did a squeeze play from the animated mold of Nut, and it looks really super nice.
Hell yeah, it is.
And also, if you are seeing this,
Ninja Bill, real quick. Ninja Bill says, got a split, gentlemen. Have a fantastic rest of the stream.
Here,
Day and evening, depending. Ninja Bill, you have a wonderful night, too. Sorry, Thomas. You go right ahead.
You've got to see this. Boba Fett.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. The internet's over. The internet is fucking over. God
Boba
damn.
Fett.
Son
God.
of a bitch.
I
Damn.
know, right?
It's so good, man.
Somebody's like, Hasbro is like, let's do a Transformers Star Wars crossover. No, not like that.
Like that. That's the way you fucking. God damn. Vet's vet. Fuck me. That's good. I've got something. I've got something here. Bear with me for a second. I need to find this here. God damn it. I should have had it up, and I think I did in a side window, but it was like one of those deals where my brain just kind of went sideways whenever I heard Shapeways, and I think I may have accidentally closed it. But let's see, where the fuck was it? And for some reason, Transformers, the whole Transformers thing, it's not working. They keep showing me shit that isn't Transformers. Fuck me.
The fuck is that, Yeggle?
Yeji. Yeji is like Google, but for 3D printed stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sweet. It is really, really sweet.
I've seen some interesting things on Yeji.
Yeah. And it's just fucking fantastic. Okay, I'm not finding it, so I'm gonna have to go to TFW to find this. This was, I know exactly what I'm looking for. This is from a customizer called Raoul. So we go to Radicons, and we are going to type in Stampede. And there we go. Esmeralda. There it is. So there's one, and there is the other. There's a scene where in Marvel Comics where there's this character called Stampede who very obviously turns into a bull, and he's being assaulted and killed by Megadeth, and fucking Raoul over here fucking made Stampede, and he did a pretty decent job. And then he went and made Megadeth, and he did a pretty decent job with Megadeth as well.
Is Megadeth
Was this Transformer that had a very skull-like face and like one robotic eye,
What
and then
the
two other eyes. But he had like a little bubbler in his chest, right? So there's Megadeth trying to kill Stampede.
Is he the younger brother of another Transformer called Metallica? I'm gonna go make my own band and give me better than...
This is low-hanging fruit. Anyway, but yeah, Rayo did some amazing stuff. His stuff's up on Cults 3D. Absolutely fucking fantastic. I can't wait till he puts this up. I will be grabbing this. But just fucking Megadeth and Stampede, that's a pretty deep dive. That was a pretty deep dive. But moving on to reinforcements from Cybertron. Kyle, buddy, do you have any reinforcements this week?
I have none.
Really? Oh, man. How about you, Xavier?
I do. I have a few things, actually. I got very lucky going to Target a couple of times, and I found stuff on clearance because they are now clearing out the old stuff, getting ready for the new stuff. So I managed to score something I had been eyeing for quite a while, which is the Micro Machines playset version of Bumblebee. That comes with that little barricade Micro Machine.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
Got them for $20. And while I was there the next day, I kept going back. So I couldn't believe it. It was already out, and I was like, I can't believe this fucking thing is sitting here on the shelf. It was the Target exclusive version of Optimus.
Oh!
Target Worker Optimus.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah. So it's very weird because it does, in fact, depict the art of, if you've ever been to Target, they have that thing where they put bollards in front of their store, but the bollards are those giant, round, red concrete boulders.
Those things.
Yeah, so the bollards, which I guess are a staple of Target culture, in quotes, culture, are part of the artwork on the packaging of Target Optimus, playing fetch with Bullseye, the tape cassette. So he's tossing concrete boulders for this dog to fetch. I was like, wow.
Damn.
That's a fucking lawsuit waiting to happen. It's just like those M&M commercials where Optimus would transform and toss the M&M truck into midair for whatever fucking reason.
Fuck these candies.
Yeah. So, third trip went to Walmart, and I found Legacy Animated Optimus Prime and Legacy Silverbolt. So I picked those up. And then the very next day, which is today, I found the 2-packs going back to their Black Friday sales. For some fucking ungodly reason, these things never sold. They had them somewhere in the back of their warehouse at my Walmart. They finally found them, and they put them out. I was like, oh, they're just extras we never managed to put out, so here they are. And it was those 2-packs of, like, Crosshairs and Crankcase that came in 1 pack, and Skullgrin and the other dude I can't think of. So from a year ago, I scored 2 exclusives that were the price of 1 deluxe. So
that's kind of
that
fucking
was
incredible.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome. Thomas Bay, did we hit you?
No, but I didn't get anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I got something and I noticed something. I was throwing out the box for my Insecticon 2-pack with the little Micromaster, bull guy, Minotaurus or whatever the fuck his name is, and I happened to remember something from Dreamwave Comics, and I'm like sitting there going like, why is there an Autobot in with these 2 deluxe Insecticons? And then I remembered in Dreamwave, the deluxe Insecticons were cannibals. They were starving to death, and they'd hunt Micromasters, rip them apart, and drink the energon out of them. So I looked at the box a little bit closer, and I was like, oh, holy fuck. They're after him for his juicy goodness.
Oh, no.
That's why he's in there.
Is that made even worse by the fact that in IDW, they seem to imply the Micromasters were originally organic, so they may have a gooey filling inside?
Probably. They were just drinking the energon out of them. It was kind of intense. But as far as like actual physical products, I got these bad boys. I got Windsweeper and Breakdown. And I got to tell you, I kind of like this guy, dude, a lot better than this guy, but this guy's okay too. So really enjoy them. I think it's clever the way they did like Target Masters that have the flip out weapons. to mimic like the flip out, like the little triggered weapons
That's
things.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
A way to implement that.
Yeah.
When were these guys up for pre-order? I don't even remember this.
A while ago. A long while ago.
Are they in stock now?
Obviously they are.
Yeah, I guess they must be.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's fun. They could have used, like, the wings could have had a couple more ports. I would have liked it if they could have had like a port on the back of the wing, just so that I could like mimic that, like flip over, like something around here. But I'll take it. It's good. It's whatever. And this dude's fine. It's just Bulkhead with a hammer and a new head and a new collar scheme. It's fine. It's whatever. It's all good. It's all good.
It's that mold but blue.
It's that mold but blue. Or so I'm told. Going over to the chat. Let's see where I left off. Let's see here. Let's see. Max Ross Linden said they could have been the market. Let's see here. Mike's World. Here we go. Got caught up here. I've been losing track of like where the chat ends. The last thing I say. Mike's World says, maybe you guys will get lucky and Shapewaves will start releasing files en masse as a sort of online going out of business sale. Fingers crossed. I'll tell you what, if they do, a lot of people are going to be pissed because a lot of people put their stuff up there because they didn't want their files getting out. You know? But Dwayne Marsh said the nylon Shapewaves used also had a tendency to shrink as well. I fucking know that. I had my punch counter punch head printed in nylon, and that fucker just shrunk like a goddamn raisin. Max Ross Linden says, damn it! Belushi says, see you, Bill? Let's see here. Ninja Bill, whoever made that just won the net and my wallet. Crossbones Koopa says, screams, I want that Boba Fett. Ninja Bill says, later, folks. Mike's World, maybe Star Wars Transformers would have lasted longer if they just made repaints of good classic figures over their Happy Meal quality robots that always broke on me. Megadeth, a strange grandson of Over Mega 6-Way. Max Ross Linden says, yeah, Target is having a bunch of Transformers on clearance. Technical Jim said, I just got Legacy Magmatron this week. His head wings remind me of Twin Tails. Max Ross Linden says, got a Legacy Skyquake for $35 today. And Mike's World said, I forgot how grim Dreamwave was, both for the characters in their stories and the poor sods who never got their pay for their work. We need some kind of Insecticon horror comic and or game. Agreed. Gentlemen, what are your plans for this week?
Kill the Batman.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
I have to travel on the weekend.
It's hard, man. It's hard. We got Adam West out of the way.
Yeah. Kevin Conroy was a scrapper.
Man. That one hurt. That one hurt.
Yeah.
That really shows me, like, where my heart lies. Like, you know, like, Heath Ledger died, and it was sad, and it was horrible. But Kevin Conroy really fucking hurt. Mark Hamill's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill's gonna hurt. Such a lovely person.
Peter Cullen's just gonna. I'm gonna need a day. I'm not gonna do anything except sit in my room.
Yeah. There's a song on the album, by the way. I wish Peter and Frank were my grandpas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna sit around. I got tomorrow off. I'm gonna sit around, maybe do some 3D design. I put some stuff up on Cults 3D if you feel like downloading it. It's up there. Man. How about you, Thomas? What's your plans for the 4th? How are you celebrating America's Freedom Day?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Not being an American.
You
Damn.
fruit.
Yeah, I know.
That's so Canadian.
That is very Canadian. You maple-sucking hockey lover.
We have an equivalent called Canada Day, and it's on July 1st, and it's...
I am going to ask you to give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
The only reason we have that is to compete with America, and it doesn't work, and it sort of just makes their country just sort of look kind of silly.
Like
Asshole-ish.
we celebrate July 4th the proper way by giving the people that fought for this country PTSD flashbacks from the explosions.
By blowing up a small part of it.
Yeah.
I have to know, Thomas, when you celebrate Canada Day, do you have a chant that goes CANADA, CANADA?
I don't think anybody's that excited about being Canadian, to be honest.
Just a bunch of I'm sorry, just over and over and over.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, eh?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Over in the chat, Crossbones Koopa says 3D printing idea. Scott, a kit that transforms into the Black Line. You vastly overestimate my skills. Matt, I think I've pushed the limit of what Tinkercad can do, quite honestly. Max Ross Linden says, I believe in you, Xavier. Get the Batman. Get him! Kevin is the best Batman forever. Dewas Perez said, sharks are older than trees and the North Star. Not only that, Dewanis, the rings on Saturn. I gotcha. Sharks are older than the rings on Saturn. Mike's World says, you never truly realize just how much you appreciate something until it's gone. Kevin was the true Batman. God rest his soul. Seeing as we are a day away, happy July 4th to you all. Happy July 4th to you, man. But Lucius, totally unironically, the U.S. and the U.K. are having elections each other's representative firework days. Man, I will say this. I am happy. I appreciated Kevin whenever he was around. I think it's fantastic he got to play live-action Batman, at least one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, he did.
He did Kingdom Come Batman.
Yeah. He was that on one of the Flashpoint series, so it's fantastic. Mark Hamill didn't play the Joker, but he played the Trickster, and man, whenever they did the Trickster, it's like obvious, like it's the Joker. It's the Joker.
That version of the Trickster was terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was only because they had precedents to do it, because there was years ago, we're talking like early to mid 80s, or no, mid 80s, late early 90s, they had a Flash series.
It was 1990.
Which had the Trickster in it, featuring Mark Hamill, and in that episode where they reintroduced him in the Grant Gustin series, they used the footage from that first Flash series, and I watched that, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, does this mean the original Flash series is continuity, or are you just ripping out that segment from the show?
The Grant Gustin series, they had a good Trickster episode, but there is a Trickster episode in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think it's called, or Flashpoint. I forget what it was, but it was one of those crossovers where they got all of them, and it was a different Trickster. They had Mark Hamill play the Trickster, but it was like he was gross and distorted, and his teeth were yellowed, and it was obviously supposed to be a fucked up Joker reference. And then the guy that they had come out and stop that Trickster was the guy who played the Flash back in the 80s. So it was really, really cool. But yeah, Kevin Conroy, seeing him play Batman, even if it was like an evil, grizzled, I'm done with this, I'll kill everybody I have to Batman. It was so cool. It was so cool just to hear that voice. What's that?
What pisses me off is people are like, man, that's so fucking disrespectful to Kevin Conroy to make him play an evil Batman. And they did the same shit to Suicide Squad. He signed off on it.
Yeah.
He knew what he was getting into.
If he didn't want to do it,
If
he didn't want to do it, he didn't have to do it. I think Kevin Conroy probably had enough money socked aside. Quite honestly.
I think he also thought he probably had more time, and God rest his soul, it was way too early for him to go. So he's like, yeah, one more project. Why not? Because there's always going to be a next one. And unfortunately, there wasn't a next one. But it was just like, all right, he gets to do Batman one more time, because he probably gets a fucking ton of requests like every goddamn day to do Batman for something for DC. And then he was thinking, you know what? play Batman this one time, and then the next time I'll do another Batman project. So it's like it doesn't matter what the quality is of this one. It's in the Arkham series, which he's very fond of. He has great respect for the guys at Rockstar or Rocksteady for doing the job they did on the original game. So there was also, goodwill going into that project. And unfortunately, it just didn't turn out the way we all hoped it would.
I was happy with it. Yes, it was the Arrowverse. And Mike's World down here, he says, Crisis on Infinite Earths 2019. He was the grizzled Batman. Say what you will about the Arrowverse, that crossover was at least fun tribute to all the live-action incarnations of the DC Universe. I agree 100%.
Oh, yeah. And the dude who played Lionel Luthor in the Superman 4 movie when Christopher Reeve's still alive, he was Lex Luthor in that series. And I didn't put that together.
Yeah. I mean, it was just beautiful. Here's Lex, and here's Lex, and here's Lex. And it's just fucking great. I don't like the new Lex Luthor in Supergirl. The new Lex Luthor, it's the guy that plays Abraham from Walking Dead, the dude that got the baseball bat to the fucking forehead from Negan.
What the fuck?
He's Lex Luthor in the new one.
Why'd they replace John Cryer with fucking...
John Cryer knew what the fuck he was doing.
Wait a minute. Is this a movie that hasn't come out, or is this the show?
It's the Superman. It's Lois and Superman. The Super Show.
CW.
Lois and Superman
CW.
shows.
Yeah,
Super
why
Hours
did they
Super
fuck...
Show.
Why
Right?
the fuck did they replace...
There was some good scenes. Like, there's this scene where, like, Lex Luthor is sitting down in the prison eating his meal, right? And he's like, you see him like, boom, boom. He's like sitting in a chair, and he's like, looks like he's angry and trying to adjust the chair, but it's actually he's hitting the head of another prisoner that he's sitting on. Like, the prisoner's on his hands and legs. I'm sorry. I get that it was supposed to be scary. It looked great, but that's not something Lex Luthor would do. Lex Luthor's more up here.
Yes, that's why I think
be in prison.
I think that I think that unless he wanted to be, I thought the best version of Lex Luthor, bar none, is the Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, with
Lex
Mr.
Luthor.
Krabs.
I love
Clancy Brown.
character.
Clancy Brown, that was good too.
He's so good.
We're kind of straying way the fuck away from Transformers, but I like it.
Well, we're done with the Transformers shit.
Yeah. Dwayne March says, I use Blender. It takes a bit longer, but parts come out good. I struggle to learn Blender just because I don't have the time. I'm thinking once I retire, like, fingers crossed I retire in a few years.
Yeah.
I'm putting my wife through college right now. She's doing amazing, and she's going to have a lucrative career once she's done. So in a few years, whenever I retire, then, fingers crossed, I'll have the time to learn Blender.
You'll be able to do it.
I think so. It's just a matter of being able to get to it every single day and do something,
Yeah.
Which I don't have that time right now. Mike's World. Dewana says Florida's soft shell turtle definitely looks from Florida. Mike's World said, I found it absolutely charming. Adam West era Robin in his older years turned around and let out one of those ridiculous alliterations of like his holy rusted metal Batman. Surprised the hell out of me seeing the Fox Lucifer series cameo. Sadly now cringe a bit of the Ezra Miller cameo. Whoops. And Crossbones Koopa says, strike a Ginryu pose. I'll tell you what, seeing Lucifer there, yeah, I was really excited for that. Really excited.
That was cool.
I like that show.
Yeah, that was
seeing-
a good show.
Even seeing a little bit of Swamp Thing. Even seeing a little bit of Swamp Thing at the end. Yeah, that was great.
One, that show, the Swamp Thing show that got canceled, that was actually really quite good.
Fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome. And the girl that played Abigail Kane. Oh, she was so good. She was in Gotham too. She played a character in Gotham, but oh my god, just gorgeous and fucking heart-wrenching whenever Swamp Thing figures out, oh, I'm not human. I'm just a plant that thinks he was human. And just...
He figures it out, yeah.
Yeah, and the Hydrophonic Man, and just, seeing him, and I think the Blue Demon, and fuck, man, even the live-action Phantom Stranger. Right? That was stunning to see Phantom Stranger in there. I was like, wow. Anyway, I think right here is where we should end the show. Jesus, man. In the comments down below, after this is posted and everything, in the comments down below, let us know if you want us to keep it all Transformers, or if you wouldn't mind a little bit of superhero stuff every now and then, you know, or nerd stuff or Star Wars. We're not going to talk about the Acolyte. That's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I've heard bad things.
But let's be honest, we're gonna take your
I've heard
feedback
bad
and just
things
start
from
it
people
anyway.
that hate Star Wars.
Yeah. I want to thank this guy named Kyle Lewis who gave us $1. Thank you, Kyle. I want to thank Vinny RXW or Vinny RY or something like that. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Max says, I like it when you go to different topics. Listen, we're no stranger to it. Mike's World said, I'm totally down with hearing you guys talk about nerdy stuff in general. You guys make it interesting. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. He also says, always had a soft spot for Gotham. Love the actors who played Riddler and the Penguin. Dude, yeah, one of the best Riddlers ever. Well, gentlemen, it's that time again. I want to thank everybody. Dwayne Marsh says I can answer that now. It's best to talk about whatever pops up. It's more natural. Thank you. I want to thank everybody over in the chat. Belucius, Mike's World, Dwayne Marsh, Ninja Bill, Crossbones, Koopa, Dewanis Perez, Wolf1701, Max Ross Linden, Technical Jim. Who else? Gigatwin. We had Gigatwin in there someplace. I think we saw Tef for a moment. Man, just thank you so much. Like, look at this chat log. Look at this chat log. I had to read all these out loud. Man, this was... Wow. Thank you so much. It warms my heart, and just the amount of friends we've made through this has just been astounding. And I fucking love that. I absolutely fucking love that. And the amount of friends I've made here, Kyle is fantastic. Thomas is amazing. Xavier's my secret gay lover. I hope my wife finds out, because she'd get a fucking kick out of that. I was looking over at the door. She's in the living room. I kept looking over at the door going, is she going to bust through that son of a... Do what? Suck his dick, Scott. But thank you, gentlemen, so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, thank you for being here. Say good night.
Good night.
Happy 4th. Except to Thomas, who's already celebrated. You fucking
open your
international
Christmas
cuck.
gift. Open your Christmas gifts early. Your Canadian freedom packets.
Bold of you to assume that I would celebrate Canada Day.
Here comes the music.